Let's learn how to use Dochub. This is the PDF reader that we learned about on Monday. And this one, I think, is actually better than Adobe. So I think several of you already have this downloaded. And if you don't, you will need to download this from the Google Chrome store. It's called Dochub, D-O-C-H-U-B. And if you go to dochub.com, you will be able to download it. It's really good because it will let you complete worksheets that are PDFs, and it will do it easier than anything else I've found. Let me show you how. This is the worksheet that you have to work on today. It's about parts of speech. Now, usually, if you're in a PDF, whoops, now I've gone crazy. Didn't want to do that, and I have to figure out how to get out of it. I'm going to click up here on undo. Okay, whoops, not so much. I have to press escape, I think. Yes, if I press escape, that goes away. Okay, now, usually with a PDF, you cannot write on it. But in Dochub, you can do things that are like magic. So here we have an activity that says, what does each part of speech do? Fill in the correct part of speech next to each clue. So you need to write in here what you want to fill in. Now, we can't do that unless we do something special. So we have to put in a text box. So here it says add text, okay? If I click on that, I can come down here, and then I use my left mouse button, I click, and I pull down, and I go across to fill in the box, and then I let go. Now I can click again, and I can write. So, number one, something that describes a verb, an adjective, or an adverb, that will be an adverb. Okay, so I've given you the first answer. And then you click again, and you're done. Now you can do it a second time. You can come over here, make a text box, and you can put in anything that you want. And you can just keep doing that and filling in the blanks. I'm not going to give you all the answers because I'm not that nice. Okay? So you can fill in all of these blanks, all of these spaces with the correct information. Now, down here, we have another activity that says underline or circle the nouns and pronouns in the sentence. So for that, we don't want a text box. That's not going to help us. Okay, so I'm going to delete that. I'm going to press escape, and that should get rid of it. No, it doesn't. So I'm going to go to the garbage can here and click on that and throw it away. Now I don't want to put text here. I want to do something different. So I'm going to come up here to where it says add a line. I'll click on that. Now over here, I can choose the color of my line. If I click on that, then I have many colors to choose from. It doesn't really matter what color you use. So I'm just going to use blue. Now I have to underline or circle. Don't worry about circle. Let's just underline. Ooh, we have an arrow. That's nice. I don't really want an arrow. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to just click on a straight line. Okay. I'm going to go over here. And so here we have underline. Okay. Now, I want to underline the nouns and pronouns in the sentences. So now you see I can, and I'm not going to give you the answers. So I'm going to come over here. I can underline when I find a noun in the sentence or a pronoun in the sentence. I can underline them. Okay. Here is a noun. Sentence is a noun, so I'll underline that. Okay. And then I could do the same thing down here. I will give you one here, the lifeguard. Okay, so now I've underlined what I need to do. So you could go through all of these activities, and now you have a way to underline. Okay? Now, there are other kind of activities down here. For this one, you have to choose the correct parts of speech for the words in the following sentences. With the line that you already have, this is very easy because all you need to do is make a line. Okay? That shows that you chose A. Okay? So you have to match the number to the correct part of speech. And you can do it easily with that little line. Right? You do that for all of these activities here. Now down here it says that you have to write the patterns. Right? And when you go back and you look at the PDF document and the video, you'll understand about the sentence patterns. So now again, we don't want a line, we want a text box. So I'm going to push Escape on my keyboard. That's a key in the top left of your keyboard. It says ESC. If you push that, then you'll get your cursor back like this. Then I can go up and choose my text box again. I could have a text box in any color, or the text in any color. So let's try text in a different color. Let's make our text blue so it's easy for teacher to see. So now I save, and I come over here, and I make a text box. And then I have to decide, what is this pattern I'm seeing? The first one is subject plus verb plus object. This one, usually read. Well, usually is an adverb, and read is a verb. So there's the pattern. And I put it in, and then I can give it to the teacher. And I can do that for all of these activities. I can just make my text box and then put in my answer. Okay, I'm going to press Escape again. See if I can get rid of this pointer. Doesn't want to do it. There we go. So all of these can be done with a text box. The same thing is here, where you have to write words to match the sentences. Okay, so again, I can make a text box here, and it wants an example of an adjective plus a noun. Well, let's think of an adjective. How about beautiful? And what can we have? A beautiful flower. There we are. All done. Okay. Do that one. Okay, you could do the same for all of these activities here. And then we come down to a last part here, which is some more information for you about suffixes, which are the endings of words. And these are suffixes that give you endings for nouns and adjectives and verbs and adverbs, and talks to you about the ly ending. Okay? Now, then we have another activity based on that information. And again, here you can make a text box, write in your answer here, and then make another text box over here to make the pattern. Okay? And then you can decide what that pattern is. Okay? This one was be plus an adjective. I'm not going to give you all of these. You have to go back and do the work yourself. Okay? So you can go through those, making text boxes and putting in the information. And then exactly the same thing here. You can put in your own words by making a text box there, and then put in your choice of part of speech down here. So what could we say? We could say we have to look at all of the sentence. It's the happy someone yelled at the something soccer player. So whatever you want to say here, you could say the happy fan yelled at the great soccer player. Fan is a fan is a noun. You could put that in here. Maybe you'll get your text boxes more organized than mine. And great, got some crazy stuff going on here. Great is an adjective. Okay? Anyway, we'll get rid of that. So you can do that with all of this. I'm going to press escape and see if I can get rid of some of that mess. So you can do that on this activity. And you can do that all the way down here. Then exercise 7 is a quiz. Okay? So it's more of the same. You could use a line here to make your choice, like that. Okay? The same for all of these. And then you'll be done. Okay? Now, when you finish doing this and filling out this whole form, you need to save it. And it's doing that already because it's a Google app. It saves automatically for you. And you can look up here and you can see that it is saving. Okay? And then you need to download it to your computer. So you have to come over here to where it says download and export. You click on that. Now, it does say here about submit to Google Classroom, but that doesn't work very well. So the better thing to do is go to download, click on download, and now it's downloaded to your computer. Okay? Now, because I have Adobe, it has come up in my Adobe Acrobat Reader. So it's very easy for me to find because I already had this on my computer. So this is a good way that you can actually use Adobe and Dochub together if you have both of them. And I find that very, very useful. Okay? Now I have it. It's on my computer. All I have to do is find where I put it. So I've downloaded it. Now I'm going to see what else I can do with it here. It's already saved, but I'm not sure where. It's probably in my download file. And the way to find your download file is to open up your browser window, which is right here in Dochub. Come to these 3 dots up here and click on that. Then go down to where it says Downloads and click on that. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to work or not, so let's see. I'm going to click on Parts of Speech Exercises. And there it is, but that's not what I want. So I don't need to do this anyway. I think I'm being a bit crazy. I think I need to get rid of this. Then I need to go to Google Classroom. So I'm going to find Google Classroom here. And now I can't submit like you can because I'm not a student, but I can find out if this activity saved correctly, and so I can upload it because that's all you need to do is upload. So I'm going to create some material. This will let me see if I can upload. I'm going to add, and I'm going to say a file from my computer. Then I'm going to browse. Now, I want to see if it's in my downloads folder. That's where I think it should be. Now, I have a lot of things in here, so I'm going to remember the name of it, which was Parts of Speech. I'm going to do a search up here. Now here I can see parts of speech exercise, so I'm going to open that and put it into my Google Drive. Wait a little bit while it does that because it's quite a big file. Okay, now I've put it there. So now I'm going to look at it. And yes, it did work. You see, here's the information that I put in on Dochub. And here are my underlines. So this is what you need to do. Now, you might have to play with it a little bit because, as I said, I can't submit to Google Classroom the way you can. But if you open it, open the PDF in Dochub, do your work on it, download it to your computer, okay? Then go back to Classroom and add or create, then you can upload it to Google Classroom at your lesson and everything will be good. So this is your activity and let's see if you can do it. Don't worry if you can't, we will figure it all out together.